Good evening, everybody. This is Victor Kilo 4, Golf Romeo Bravo, Gary in Faryiryland. It's just gone 7:30 p.m, 1930 hours, 0930 UTC. It is Wednesday night, so that means it's another bad net for the VK4BAD Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club in Dalby on our 2-metre repeater. This is Victor Kilo 4, Golf Romeo Bravo. I'll now change my call sign to the club call of VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. And we'll see who's on tonight. I don't expect too many on tonight because it's, for up here, it's a state of origin. I noticed that it's down on the MCG tonight, down in Melbourne. And currently at Faryiryland, it is 13.1 degrees outside, a lot warmer inside. Okay, as I said, I don't expect too many on tonight. They'll be too much glued up to that rectangular shaped object on the in the room watching or the starting of the of their bum sniffers competitions round 2. Okay, this is VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta. Listening for any call-ins. VK4BAD listening.
VK4 Mike Victor.
Very good evening, Gary, and good evening, Al. This is VK4 Echo Mike.
Okay, good evening there. I got 2 of yous. VK4 Mike Victor, Al. VK4 Echo Mike, Merv. I don't expect to hear Ian on tonight. So does anyone else want to call in for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club's Wednesday night net? VK4BAD.
VK4GRB.
Okay, we've got VK4JRA, Jake. It's plucking teeth night tonight. I expected that. VK4BAD, last call before we start the first round. VK4BAD, listening for any call-ins. Okay, as I said there, I didn't expect too many to be listening tonight. Anyway, we'll see if we can catch any in the half-time section. Hi. Okay, as it all goes at the present time, we've got VK4 Mike Victor, VK4 Echo Mike, VK4 JRA. So good evening there, Al, Merv and Jake. And we'll throw it over to Merv, VK4 Mike Victor, VK4BAD.
A bit of a cross-reference there. VK4BAD, VK4 Mike Victor. Evening Gary, Merv and Jake. Hope they're all well. And I'm trying another microphone on this IC 910H. It's a split ICOM microphone, and one lead goes to the 9100 and the other one goes to the 910H. So I can just flip the switch and work either one in as I please. So hopefully it's working okay. And it's about 16 degrees here actually, and predicted to be a bit warm for the next few days before it drops down into single figures again. So very strange weather and almost autumn weather. Very weird. And had a bit of a drive around Toowoomba today. Caught up with an old mate of mine from that used to live here, and we haven't sort of got our heads together or met up with each other for many, many decades. So it was nice to catch up and have lunch with him and spend the day today running around doing a few chores, and most enjoyable. And hope things are doing okay down there on the farm, Merv. I'd say if it's anything like here, it'd be a bit crunchy dry. So probably not too bad, but I hope it's holding up for you all right. You know, none of your plants are dying. And nice to hear Jake must be in town having a break, which is good. Always nice to be home. So nothing much else is happening here. Just the usual repairs and whatnot that go on. And although I had to buy a new printer, my little multi-printer has turned its toes up, and I had planned to buy another one, so I ended up buying a larger one that'll scan A3 and print A3, so that's going to come in very handy for doing circuit diagrams. Anyway, that's enough for me. Round to you, Merv, VK4 Echo Mike, VK4 Mike Victor.
Okay, Al, a very good evening to you all. Great to hear you coming through here tonight. And very nice indeed. And the weather temperature here at the moment is about 14 degrees. And I haven't been outside tonight, but earlier it was getting quite cloudy. I usually go out and check the sunset each afternoon. Or if I'm out there, I carry a little camera in my pocket. And but it looked like it was going to be something very nice this afternoon, but I didn't get back out there to have a look. So I missed that if it all lit up. Okay, Al, I might have driven past you then today into them because Denise and I were in there and Denise was driving me around. Denise is my carer. Denise was driving me around. So I didn't notice you. Gee whiz, there's so much traffic in Toowoomba these days. And you're lucky to get across the other side of Toowoomba without getting an extra dent in the car or something. But that's just how it is in Toowoomba. All right, I'm just watching 80 metres at the moment on FT8. It's been amazing some nights, but the one night I went on there and there were so many J's. There must have been 100 J's stations there, if not 200. And none of them were coming here. I did call CQ and no one answered me, so I got the huff and left. All right, yeah, I had to go into the base hospital today to get some results. I'd been in there recently, and you know, they put an ultrasound all over me and all hooked me up to computers and all that sort of stuff. Tried to get me to run a mile in, you know, five minutes or something like that, and that was an experience all of its own, trying to run on a treadmill. And had two, one young doctor, a lady doctor, and one young nurse, trying to keep me on the treadmill, and they kept saying, "Take your hands off the rails, take your hands off the rails." So in the end, I took my hand off the rails and nearly went through the wall. They were flat out hanging on to me. So anyway, yeah, I've had several tests over the last 12 months, over a 12-month span, and I had to go in today and get the results, talk to the doctor and all that sort of stuff. And he's question to me was, what was I doing there? Why had I gone through all this? All right, on to you, Jake. VK4GRB and the group VK4 Echo Mike.
Yeah, thanks, Merv. VK4 Echo Mike. VK4 Juliet Romeo Alpha in the group tonight. So, oh well, if the doctor said that to you, it sounds promising. Sounds good if they're telling you don't need to be there. What have you done all that for? So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, hope everything's good there, and it wasn't hopefully it's on the mend there, mate. So, yeah, great to hear. Couple of us on the net tonight. So, I know a couple of people who are probably off watching the football, but yeah, I don't really take that much of an interest in it. So, I wanted to watch it as there, but yeah, I wouldn't go and watch it in person. It's a waste of time. I think I'd rather go to the beach and kick back, to be honest, and spend the money there. Have a nice dinner out instead of paying to get into Jolly Stadium. Anyway, yeah, not a lot's going on out here. Quiet time at home and at work for a little while. Till next week. Probably going to Gladstone next week. Go and do some tower climbing up there. So they need a bit of a hand at our other branch up there for that sort of stuff. So sort of once every year or two they have to do that sort of stuff. Don't really have the people. So, yet again, been up there a couple of times doing that sort of stuff. So, yeah, yet again. Anyway, so, not too bad of a drive up there through all that. So, yeah, can't think of a lot else to report on. So, all good there. Al, picking up with very fair and stuff. So, yeah, you're quite handy and you're quite handy to know. So, thanks for everything you've helped us out with. It's been much greatly appreciated. So, all right, I think that's about it from me for the first round. So I'll try and spin up something else to talk about on the next round. So back to you, Gary. VK4BAD, VK4GRB.
VK4 JRA, VK4 BAD. I'll turn my levels down a little bit. Okay, no worries there, Al, on your little bits and pieces of travelling around the place and doing that. And I can imagine Merv on the poor old treadmill, you know. Now, the last time I seen Merv, he was, no offence there, but he wasn't the smallest sort of person in stature. But good on you there, there, Merv. Given the treadmill's a bit of a workout, and yeah, you sure you're right there? You've got heavy feet, you know. They could hear you. Okay. Sorry about that. Cyrus decided to go for a bit of a walk past me and that, and the mic was picking him up. Probably not the radio mic, but the audio mic was. Yeah, okay. With that one there, yes, I am live streaming again tonight. Last week I did have a little bit of a lag came in on the system. This week so far it's been going okay. Now, when it comes to Jake's transmission, I don't know if everybody else was listening to it or there, but I had to put my levels up a lot higher on the mixer to get Jake in there, and he was fading in and out to me. So, Jake, I'm not too sure on if it was just my side or you've got a little problem there somewhere. before I we go back through, is there anyone else who wants to join the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club's Wednesday night net? VK4BAD? Nope. Okay then. Yeah, as I said, Jake, you're dropping in and out. Not, or I shouldn't say dropping in and out. Your transmission was high, then going low, then going back up high again. But your modulation is a lot lower than the rest. I noticed that one. Okay, VK4, Mike Victor, back to you there, Al. VK4, Bravo Alpha Delta.
VK4BAD in the group VK4 Mike Victor. Yeah, thanks, Gary. Yeah, a little bit of white noise under your signal, Jake. You're probably just a bit light on the transmission power, because Merv's noise-free and Gary's noise-free, so is getting into the repeater with enough signal strength. Yeah, oh no, that's right. I had to put in an apology for Ian. I spoke to him out at where was it? Windora, I think, last night on 40 metres, and had quite a good signal most of the time. A little bit of fading, but he was 10 over 9 at times on his slinky vertical. He's quite pleased with the way it's working, so that's all good. Yeah. So, but he said he wouldn't be on the net tonight. It's a bit scratchy out there, so a bit light on for signal. So that was what that one was, and it's nice to have some time at home. But then you're out travelling again, Gladstone. No, it's not too far from home. Yeah. I don't think I might be, but not sure if I'll get a trip to Mackay next week or the week after. Nephew wants to go up and check his house up there, and it'll either be him and the wife will go up if she's not working, or he might encourage me to go up and give him a bit of a hand. So we'll see what happens. Other than that, I'll be poking around in the shed and fighting the clover in the yard, doing a little bit of extra spraying. A bit late in the season, but there's still a little bit poking its head up. And what else was I doing? I fitted a replacement screen in an FT897. You can't buy the originals anymore. There's a couple of different ones coming out of various places. So an AliExpress delivery and a little bit of filing, and in goes a replacement one, and it looks quite good. It's brought that radio back to life and got rid of the stripes on the display, but it might have another little problem somewhere. Seems to be a little bit deaf, but anyway, we'll work our way through it. But I nicknamed it the Stinky One because it's had a tribe of cockroaches or something living in it for a while when it was wherever it was stored. So I've had to sponge it out with some smelly cloths to try and get rid of the smell, so it doesn't overwhelm me when I get my nose too close to it. But that's the things you do. And Ian was down last week with a what is it? The FTDX 5000. With a similar problem, but it was ants in that case, and it's very messy inside, so it's got some strange things happening. So we didn't proceed with that, and he'll take it back and pull the boards out and give them a scrub and a polish, and might put them through an ultrasonic bath or something, see if we can get rid of the mess, and then we might be certain that the signals are going where they're supposed to be, and it might turn on correctly. So there's always something like that happening. Yeah, well, I hope everything is actually clear for you, Merv. Last time I was down doing a hospital stint in Brisbane, they said they didn't want to see me for 3 years, so I thought that's a good sign. So, but anyway, that's what we have to put up with in old age. And Yeah, that's about. Oh, no trouble with fixing things. That's what I do, Jake. Try not to break them. So, all right for that. Okay, I'll go and have a look at a bit of the foot.
You're timed out, Al.
Oh, well, there you go. So, okay, take it away, Merv.
Okay, VK4 Mike Victor in the group, VK4 Echo Mike for the final. Oh, Gary, thank you for being very polite about my statue. Most people just say that I'm fat, and you know that's. But anyway, I'm very happy that you were very polite about that. And yeah, well, the same thing, Al. That's what the doctor said. Oh well, we'll put you in the book, and we'll see you in another 12 months. So anyway, yeah, old age is not as good as it's cracked up to be, but I must say I've had a pretty good life. I've never been sick at all, you know, my whole working life, or had any troubles at all. But yeah, there's been a few things happening, and it's catching up with me a bit. But you know, we must expect these things as we keep crawling up the age. Okay, and Jake's signal. Well, maybe Jake was using, you know, got a hand microphone there, and he was having some tea or something like that. I could hear a bit of hissy stuff from the repeater in the background there a few times, and coming through here quite well. I just turned the volume up a bit. Makes all the difference. And oh yes, here the place, you know, looking like a bowling green. I had the bowling green ladies from Pittsworth in their tour bus pull up here. Wanted to know whether they could use my front paddock to play some, you know, grass bowls, and I said, oh, most certainly. Anyway, yes, it was beautiful native grass up there, Cooch, and it was, I just slashed it all. It was absolutely perfect. Lovely, lush and green, and now we've had several frosts here, and there's no longer much on the ground here that's green any longer. And Mother Nature's a bit confused. We have, for at least a month or more, maybe 2 months, we've had birds nesting, like the lace-necked doves and the double bars and the finches and the blue wrens. They're all been nesting and all got babies, and so things are very unusual. They seem to be a bit tangled up with the times. All right, I'll say good evening and get out of here too. A great hearing is there all tonight. Along to you, Jake, VK4 JRA and the group. I'll just listen till it finishes, and thank you very much indeed, Gary. VK4 Echo Mike.
Yeah. Juliet, Romeo Alpha, returning again. I'm on a different radio this time, guys. I was on the one in the work ute on the first round. Out of town with a big throw on a full in free. Never know. So, yeah, on a Motorola portable now, so hopefully the audio level's better. And I don't know what battery life I got in. Yeah, alright, that's all good. So, I don't have much else to report on. The link on this repeater is actually on 440.725 megahertz. So, if Ian was home, I was going to ask him how he received direction off this tower that the repeater's at. So, it sort of favours his direction a bit, and it's for our link over near Mergen and near Ian's direction. So, yeah, anyway, if you want to, you can give it a listen on that one. So, yeah, 440 megahertz, decimal 725. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, it was great. It's a bit cold standing out here. Thought I'd step away from the ute. middle of this paddock on the side of the road. And the TV on for a bit of background noise. That's about it. All right. Have a good night, Ken. VK4BAD, VK4GRB.
VK4JRA, VK4BAD. Okay, 440.475, correct? There, Jake. Your Ute radio was better, even though it was lower. In and out all the time. Come back with the last 3 digits on that frequency there, Jake, please.
Yeah, sorry, Gary. Going back to the Ute radio now. Really need to get my home station set up. Link frequency is 440.725. That's 725 on the end. Over.
Okay, got that lot, and no problems on that one. Yeah, I and of course it didn't dawn on me. Yes, we're on. That's on 70, isn't it? Yes. Okay, no worries on that one. I don't know how well I'll pick that up from here because I'll be definitely on the side of it. There. And it's a beam. It's pointing his way. Next time Al's talking to Ian, you could probably pass that one on, or I know that he's won't be back for a couple of weeks as yet. So we'll have to wait on that one. Okay, before we close the net off, is there anyone else want to come in and say hello, goodbye before we close the net? VK4BAD, listening for any final calls? Okay, nothing heard on that one. I didn't expect too many there tonight. As I said, the State of Origin is on tonight. Okay, I'd like to thank VK4 Mike Victor, Al, VK4 Echo Mike, Merv, and VK4 JRA Jake for coming up tonight. Right, and I'll now close the net off. It's going to be a short one tonight, just on half an hour. So tonight's net's going to be just a shorty. As I said, I expected that for tonight. Okay, this is Victor Kilo 4 Bravo Alpha Delta for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. We hold this net every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. 1930 hours, 0930 UTC, and for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. I'll now change my call sign back to my home call of VK4 Golf Romeo Bravo, Gary in Faryiryland. And now I'll leave the frequency open for general traffic. This is Victor Kilo 4 Golf Romeo Bravo, Gary in Faryiryland, saying until the same time next week at 1930 hours, 7:30 p.m. or 0930 UTC. We'll say 7-3, and we'll catch us all again the same time next week. VK4 Golf Romeo Bravo, we're out of here. Cheers, VK4BAD out.